Welcome back to the Practical Foundation for Mindful Instruction series. Now that we are speaking the same language in regards to direct instruction, let's add to what we know to build upon our model for mindful instruction. We are going to explore a model for the stages of skill development and see how it relates to direct instruction. If you missed part 1 of this series, you may want to check it out before watching this one. Way back in 2006, Dave Howe, when speaking about the importance of practice, introduced a simple model of learning, which could be characterized here as a continuum. On this continuum, the learner moves through the skill being unknown to progressing through each stage using perfect practice to both obtain fluency in the skill and maintain it. You may be wondering what that looks like and how it relates back to direct instruction. Well, here's how. First, let's take a look at each stage of the model. Looking from the learner's point of view, the first stage is when the skill is unknown. Once learners have an idea about the skill and how it functions, they use frequent practice to build accuracy and then become fluent in the skill. I would like to take a pause to talk briefly about perfect practice. Howe made a poignant point that repetition is important when learning a skill, but that it was crucial for the repetition to be correct. And that's what perfect practice is. Take an athlete, for example, say a sprinter. Yes, the sprinter has to be naturally fast, but the way to get to the Olympics is through daily repetition or practice. The practice must be perfect in order to use the correct technique needed for exiting the starting block, leaping over a hurdle, or knowing how to hold your body in the most aerodynamic way. These skills work together when an athlete runs a race. Whatever the practice is, that is what the resulting skill will be. This is why perfect practice is so important. Throw away the adage, practice makes perfect. Literally, practice makes permanent. We will get a chance to explore practice at another time, but I thought it was important to mention here. Now, back to our model. Once learners have used perfect practice to develop fluency, the skill can be considered learned. Now the learner only needs to continue that practice to ensure they maintain the skill. This is where our continuum ends. And this is the complete model for stages of skill development. Now, how does this relate to direct instruction? When we place our instructional model, the teacher's point of view, alongside our learning model, the student's point of view, we see a correlation between where the learning is and how instruction and practice support learners. When the skill is unknown, the instruction consists of orientation to and presentation of the skill. The teacher then uses highly structured practice to support the learner in building accuracy in the skill, and guided practice to support the learner in building fluency in the skill. Once the skill is fluent or learned, independent practice is put into place so that the learner may maintain the skill. Think of it as a cause and effect relationship where the appropriate instruction is applied in response to what stage the learner is in. Assessment helps us to know where students are in their learning and when or how we can support it. Our response may be recursive in order to meet the needs of our learners. Using this model, we can see the appropriate level of instruction to apply to learning and ultimately to hand off the responsibility of learning to our students. Now you know about our model for learning and how it relates to direct instruction, our focus model for instruction. Take it a step further. Think about a time when you formatively assessed a student and learned you had to reteach the skill to support their learning. Share something from your experience that relates to this model. Join the conversation and share your insights on this and other topics with the Pedagogics Instructional Community Network. Find us online through any of these channels. We applaud you for being a mindful educator and encourage you to continue on your path to expertise. Cheers!